Hey, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Following two videos I made about the Lakers and Clippers a few months ago, I'm here going to be ranking every player on the Warriors from worst to best. Starting with Nico Mannion. After getting selected 40th overall by the Golden State Warriors in 2020, many fans saw him as the steal of the draft. And I know he doesn't have much opportunities, but Mannion has been struggling so far, in particularly with his efficiency. Then we have Alen Smailagic, followed by Juwan Toscano-Anderson. He played pretty well in his 12 games with the G League last season, and he's been having a 72.4 true shooting this year in the NBA. At number 14, we have Jordan Poole. Poole is a player with some potential who produces good highlights, however, he really needs to work on his efficiency. Next up, we got Michael Mulder. You have probably never heard of him before, but Mulder is actually a pretty good basketball player who's been having a 66.4 true shooting percentage this season. Following Michael Mulder, we find Brad Wanamaker. He has been struggling so far with the Warriors, but let's not forget he had two good seasons with the Celtics prior to his arrival in Golden State. At number 11, we have Kent Bazemore. Bazemore actually spent his first 1.5 seasons in the league with the Warriors before eventually getting traded. He had a pretty good individual peak with the Atlanta Hawks in 2018, and he's been quite efficient this year, shooting over 49% from the field and 43% from 3 on his 61 true shooting. Entering the top 10, we find Kevon Looney. Looney's basic stats are far from being impressive, but his impact goes beyond the box score. He remains valuable to the Warriors because of his good screens, precious defense, and low volume but very efficient scoring. On top of that, he had pretty good advanced analytics during the 2018-19 season, and the team's point differential goes quite up when Looney is on the floor. Next up, we got Damian Lee. Lee is an underrated player who averaged 12.7 points per game last season. He's having a 65 true shooting percentage this year, and he came up clutch multiple times, hitting a game-winning 3 against the Chicago Bulls and then the game-winning free throw against the Toronto Raptors.
And D. Lee makes them both, and Toronto will use the timeout.
At number 8, we have the rookie James Wiseman. Wiseman is a young player with quite a lot of potential who will probably finish the season as a Rookie of the Year candidate. And while he does lack defensive awareness, that should come with experience. Following Wiseman, we have Marquese Chriss. At first, it looked like he was going to be an NBA bust, but the Golden State Warriors gave him an opportunity and he managed to play well last season. Chriss is an underrated screen setter and defender, and he actually had decent advanced stats during the 2019-20 season. Next up, we got Eric Paschall. Paschall is arguably the steal of the 2019 NBA draft, as he only got selected 41st overall but ended up making the All-Rookie First Team, averaging 14 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.1 assists with a 67.1 true shooting.
Paschall for 3. Got it!
Entering the top 5, we find Kelly Oubre Jr. Oubre was traded to Golden State to bring more shooting and defense. However, he's been struggling a lot so far, in particularly with his efficiency, only making 23% of his shots behind the arc. But he still deserves to be here based on how he was playing the previous season, averaging 18.7 points per game. At number 4, we have Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins is known to be quite inconsistent, but he's actually been pretty efficient this season, and he's been improving as a defender. As we're approaching near the end, we got Draymond Green. Green is far from being the Warriors' best player statistically, but he remains very important to the team because of his valuable passing and defense. At number 2, we have Klay Thompson. Now, we're not sure of how good he'll be coming back from his 2 major injuries, but I think he's still easily the Warriors' second best player. He was always at least the second or third best player during Golden State's championship runs, and his good defense, paired with his elite 3-point shooting, makes him possibly the best 3-and-D player ever. And finally, at number 1, we of course have Stephen Curry. And this is hopefully a surprise to no one, as Steph is arguably the best player in the Warriors franchise history. Well, that's it for this video. Please tell me what you think about it in the comment section and make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell.